We're excited to have with us here on the phone Matt Hammitt, lead singer and guitarist from Sanctus Real. It's great to talk with you, and thanks for taking a few minutes to be with us.
Good to be with you. Thanks a lot.
Great. Well, obviously, we're really excited to seeing you guys with Francesca Battestelli, All Things New, and John Bauer here in Syracuse on Friday, February 14th. But before we get to that, I think fans of your music would like to know a little bit more about you, your musical background, and kind of how you got to where you are today. So how did you first get into music, and how did your musical journey lead you to ultimately create the group Sanctus Real?
Well, in 1996, our guitar player Chris and I were both juniors in high school, and we attended a Christian school up in Toledo, Ohio, which is actually where we still live. But we were doing worship at our weekly chapel service. We just loved playing together. Started getting together at Chris's house on the weekends, playing music and learning other people's songs, and decided we wanted to start our own band. And so we put together a group of guys in 96, and here we are all these years later. Just kind of God opening one door after the next, and us just trying to do our best to be faithful with the gifts he gave us and walk through the doors that we felt like, were him, that he was opening to us. And so now we've been, Sanctus Real for almost 17 years, and we spent over a decade of that touring the U.S. and the world, putting out albums through Sparrow Records, and actually working on our 7th album right now.
That's quite a ride.
It's been a lot of years.
Well, I've seen your music described as Christian rock, sometimes described as alternative rock, and one place even described it as power pop for some of your earlier albums. How would you describe your music, and how has the group developed musically over the years and throughout the years?
Yeah, I totally appreciate labels, for music, so people can find the kind of music they like. But for me, whatever people want to call us or however they interpret it, I mean, I'm okay with any of that. It's like if people, I know sometimes even people get in this debate about, whether a band is Christian or not. And I think that's just, that all that stuff is so silly to me. Cause I'm like, man, like we're making music for the Lord, and people, man, that's an honor to be. First of all, it's an honor to be called a Christian band because everything we do is for Christ, and we're definitely not ashamed of that, but for the genre style, it's like. Definitely, I think pop or pop rock definitely, that describes us pretty good. I think, we're not heavy rock by any means for people who haven't heard us, but we have a little bit of an edge, but we also love just writing pop melodies and music that's pretty easy for people to sing along to. And so I think that could describe us pretty well. I think pop and rock.
Okay, nice. Well, how do you and the rest of the guys in the group keep your music relevant? I mean, I don't want to use a buzzword like relevant too loosely because it's sort of, thrown around a lot. But music, when it's disconnected from the context in which it is received, really sometimes can lack significance and credibility. So what do you guys do to keep your music real and fresh?
Yeah, well, we love creating the music side of it, not just the lyric. I'm the main lyric guy, but I also do love the art of creating sounds and being in a studio and being creative with even just the different layers of each track that we build. And so that's always something that's been important to us. We also really like a lot of different styles of music, and so we're always listening to new music. And so at any given time, we're very, very aware, of what's going on in the culture, and what people are listening to. And we're always being influenced all the time by new styles of music. And I think on this new album we're about to make that's coming out next September, I think more than ever people are going to hear our sound continue to shift and move along with, what they're hearing in the culture. And I love that. I love progress. I love musical progress. I love the inspiration we gather from art and music. And we're excited to continue to progress in our sound.
That's really exciting. Well, the album the most recent album that you currently have out right now is Run, which was released last year. Which song on that album do you most identify with?
Wow. That's a hard one. There's so many on there that You know, you think you put yourself into a lyric, and lyrics always have come from inside you and your life experience. I would say probably Commitment. There's a song in there called Commitment about marriage that's talking about how, you know, in any marriage or any relationship, you know, there's ups and downs. You're going to walk through times that you feel like you're in the clouds, and you're going to walk through times where you feel like you're in the valley. You know, the one key always, you know, especially for a marriage, to last, you know, for a lifetime, which, you know, I definitely want my marriage to last for a lifetime, and I plan on it. You know, I think commitment above all else, faithfulness, you know, I mean, and obviously that's a virtue of love, you know, but I think that just resonates with me, just my commitment to my family and my wife. I mean, God comes first, then it's my family. It'll always be that way for me. And so I love writing songs that encourage other people too, to just stay strong, you know, as in their commitment to their families and to God. So I love that song.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because, you know, we're all here. We all live in this world, and life events can affect our perspective and affect what goes on in our daily lives. And it's always easy, seems like it's easy sometimes for us to have a strong faith when things are going well. But the real test of our faith comes when things become difficult and, you know, the rubber really meets the road. And because of your openness and transparency, we as listeners, we sort of lucky to have a chance to walk alongside you guys, as, you know, through your music, as you guys kind of put that out there. How have things that have gone on in your life affected the music and your songs, and how those kind of come out?
Yeah, you know, people can definitely hear our heart as a band, you know, as people through the songs and through the music, for sure. You know, when we're hurting or walking through difficult seasons of life, or burnout, you know, it's like people are going to hear that. Or when we're just like, you know, just going through a season of total just health and joy, and feeling that, you know, people are going to hear that in our music. And so it is a pretty amazing place to be able to write a song out of your life experience, of the emotion that you feel, and then have that go out through a radio station or through a CD, you know, on the internet or wherever it finds its way to people, and actually kind of meet somebody else in that same place, or bring somebody else to that same place where they can, you know, if they're hurting, they hear a song and they might be in the same place I was when I wrote it. And then, you know, something that's really important to me is to always bring biblical truth into a song. I don't mind lamenting in a song or pouring out my heart. I actually love it. You know, it's therapy for me. I do see no value in that, you know, if I don't also bring hope into the song as well, you know. And so I think that it's amazing to see that I can meet somebody in that same place in a song, and then because I brought hope into that song, I can leave that person who heard it with hope at the end of hearing it. It's a tremendous opportunity that I just don't take lightly at all, that I get an opportunity to reach people through songs and can have a direct effect on how their day or their week or maybe their life is impacted, you know, that day, for the good or for the bad. And so it's pretty great opportunity, and I'm feel really blessed to have it.
Well, as we're recording this, you're just about to begin the Hands of God tour with a very impressive lineup of artists. It's you guys, Francesca Battestelli, All Things New, and John Bauer. Have you played with any of those guys before?
Yeah, we've actually played quite a bit with Francesca, and we're good friends with her and her husband Matt, and just really excited. You know, they're just, man, it's such an amazing place right now. Just, you know, in her career, just even personally, just, gosh, I can just sense. It's interesting. I can sense in them kind of just a season of health and refreshment, you know, and just, man, they're ready to go out and just, you know, make an impact. And so we're really excited to be a part of that. And we feel the same way. Like, we're kind of in that same season right now. You know, it's like we go through our seasons, like I mentioned before, where, you know, we're just feeling like really whole and healthy and refreshed, and that this is one of those seasons for us. And so I think this tour is really going to bring a lot of hope to people who need it, who come and just need to be lifted up. And, it's going to be a lot of fun, too, for people who want to come and just enjoy some good music, hear a great message.
Yeah, well, that'll be great. We're really excited. I don't know if you remember, but you were here in Syracuse once before, and that was our group that brought you in with Stephen Curtis Chapman back in 2008.
Yeah.
Way back when. And so we're really excited to have you guys back again. This time as part of the Hands of God tour. It's going to be on Friday, February 14th at 7 p.m. at Inspiration Hall on James Street. And it's, really, it's the perfect thing for a Valentine's Day date. Get your significant other, have dinner, and then and then come to the concert. So we're really looking forward to that. How just before we go, how can people follow you online? Are you guys on Facebook and Twitter, and where else are you guys?
You can go to sanctusreal.com. We're also just at Sanctus Real on Twitter and Instagram. Same with Facebook. I mean, all of it's just Sanctus Real. And then people can follow me too I only do Twitter. I actually don't even have a Facebook, but it's at Matt Hammitt, so on Twitter.
Okay, great. Well, we'll put links to your webpage, Facebook, Instagram, and to your Twitter account too on our webpage, so that those of you who are listening, you'll be able to click right through and follow Matt and the rest of the group as they go through the rest of this tour and into the future too. So we thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in Syracuse really soon.
Great. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to it. See you then.
All right. That was Matt Hammitt, and we appreciate his time.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll see you soon, all right?
All right. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.